One of the veteran offensive linemen, Jack Conklin, talked about the offensive line's ability to kind of communicate with each other, returning to Kevin Stefanski's offense.
Definitely, definitely. No, just the sense of urgency, just the running the ball, the marriage and run pass stuff. That's what this group is brought in to do, and I'm just pumped that we're going back to that, and we're having a tough camp this year, and guys are fighting, and it's great to see.
Jack, you talked about that nonverbal communication.
Mm-hmm.
Mike mentioned a couple days ago that sometimes a grunt can mean a lot of different things. Just the development of that. How long and what's that process like to where just the grunt can mean no? Do you know instinctually what's going on?
I would say, strictly speaking for me and Wyatt, it took probably a few games into 2020, my first year here playing with him, and then just every year it's a little bit more. I can feel when he's there. I know that he's thinking the same things in the play that I'm thinking, and be able to have that bond with a guy, for 6 years like that is it's special, and it just takes our game to another level.
Lance, I know it's still early. Offensive line is going to be critical. What have you noticed from them? Are they taking steps to get back to where they need to be for this team to be successful?
There's absolutely no doubt. Bloomgren is doing a great job. Jack Conklin just said it best, right? When you go back to why these guys were brought in. So when you have to, when he says we're going to marry the run and pass game, that means a lot of pass protection comes off the run game. That means that defensive line has to work to stop the run first and then react and get into a pass rush, which is a complete advantage to the offensive linemen. They struggled when they knew that the offense was going to pass, and it was just straight drop back with what they've had to do the last couple of years. So when they can marry that run and pass and they dictate what they're doing, and the run and pass is both available, the defensive line has to play. They can't pin their ear back, and they have to play honest, and they have to read their keys and stop their run first, etc. So yes, you saw it. And what I liked today was they have struggled a little bit with the double teams inside. And there's not a worse defense or a worse personnel to try to work on your double teams than the people they're going against the Browns, because Schwartz is such a gap scheme. So what they did today is they went to a little gap scheme where they're blocking down and pulling, like I said earlier, and that's kind of their answer. And the Stefanski run game is not only wide zone, it's not only gap, but it's answers to what the defense is doing. If the Browns were play a defense like themselves, it would be a lot more gap scheme because zone's hard to run. But they have an answer. And not only do they have an answer that Kevin Stefanski knows how to fix, which is very important.